Hello YouTube, this is Rav, and in today's video I'll just be going through a rundown on my PC and things I've updated it since I posted my first video on the Corsair LL lighting issues. So yeah, let's begin with opening up the case. So one big difference we can notice in this PC would have to be the case. Before I was using the Corsair Crystal 570X, which is a rather large case, and compared to this case, it makes this case look minuscule. So it was somewhat a good thing that I changed to this smaller case, because it did allow for more room in my desk, because my desk is pretty small and it's really annoying when it comes to filming videos and doing all this kind of stuff. And yeah, so we could see that the case has changed, and also the CPU cooler. I did do a review on the CPU cooler. This is the Thermalright AX120R SE, something like that. And yeah, if you want to see a video on a review on the CPU cooler, I'll link it somewhere or put in the iCard and you'll see. And yeah, we're still rocking with the trusty RM750X. It's a really good power supply. I won't lie, it hasn't given me any hard times or anything like that. And yeah, so let me move these to the side. And then, yeah, the motherboard has remained the same, so has the CPU. It's been the i5-10600KF, so the K, so it's overclockable. But the one sad thing is it doesn't have integrated graphics, which is pretty bad. And one thing I'm thinking of doing with this build is actually getting rid of this MSI GeForce. I shouldn't call it that, I should call it just the GTX 1660 Super. But I'm thinking of getting rid of an NVIDIA GPU and moving to the AMD side, because I'm trying to start a series where I build a Hackintosh and this would be the rig. So yeah. So I'll just give a quick rundown. So this case originally did come with a hard drive bay that stayed in here. Wait, let me move the tripod down. So the hard drive bay stayed in here, but you could see I had to remove it because this power supply was too long and it couldn't fit. So we had some clearance issues. I had no idea. So I'll link all the parts I had in this build, so you guys could if you want to take inspiration from this build, you can. So this is the Silverstone, I believe. Man, why am I forgetting the name? Silverstone. I forgot, but you can find it in the description. I'll link it somewhere. And yeah, this is the front. It does have like a blue LED that turns on and that lights up. And if you look up here, you could see I have a 140mm fan, and this is the one that came off my Corsair 570X, so you could see that. And this is a 2TB hard drive, which I don't use at all. And let me pry this thing open without breaking it. Let the blow. And how am I meant to do this? So this thing is dusty. Wait, if I move this around, I'll move the tripod around. So you could see I had to like jerry rig something that was able to mount this hard drive. And it's pretty risky because hard drive does have mechanical and moving components. If this was an SSD, different story, but yeah. So this is the Corsair LL140. I got rid of the lighting hub and everything. I found that useless to me. And yeah, let me put this up before I make sense. And yeah, you guys tell me how I did with the cable management. I think I did rather good. It looks pretty clean. And you could see this is my trusty Samsung 1TB SSD. This is where I keep all my video footage and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, it's been working wonders. It's really quick, I'll tell you that. And yeah, so with the cable management, I did use zip ties. We could see here zip ties along here and there to keep it just flush, because this thing bulges out of the case and it's pretty annoying when it comes to putting on the side panel. And yeah, let's close this thing up. Oh, and I forgot to mention the rear I/O. So the motherboard I'm using is the Gigabyte LGA 1200. So this is a LGA 1200 socket, and this is a Gigabyte Z590 gaming Z, something along those lines, and it's a pretty good motherboard. I mean, if we look at the back, it has support for 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, Type-C at the back if you want to use a solid state drive or something like that. And yeah, it's a pretty decent motherboard. Does allow for good overclocking, which I have tried, but it didn't go too well because I'm new to this overclocking thing. So yeah, and yeah, that's all I have today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. See ya.